I said, see that name on the wall? That's my ticket. And I go to look away thinking, you're a douchebag, just like I thought you were. And I turn and Bobby Hall looks at me and goes, like, Bobby Hall looks at me and points like, yeah, Jim McMahon's a douchebag. And in my head, I can't tell that story. I told it now. Yeah. I can't. You're Jim McMahon. And, and Bobby Hall knows you're a jerk.
Yeah.
So those are the stories you love. That just like, Roddy Locke calling out, Roger Craig calling out Marcus Allen. Those are the ones. Those are the ones I like. Bobby Hall rolling his eyes. Yeah. I love Roger Craig telling me about Hampton versus Howie Long.
Yeah.
And Hampton, same thing. All right, we're golfing with Hampton. Who Dan Hampton is.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Had, I think, 12 surgeries on one knee, 9 surgeries on the other. In our group, it's me, Hampton, I forget. Bo J. Spates, good guy, passed away, radio guy. He's nervous. He's not around sports guys like you. He looks at Hampton and goes, how's your knees? I bust out laughing. I go, how's your knees? I'll come in. Hampton hits me, goes, how are my knees? 12 surgeries there, 9 here, So later on, we're about 3 holes away, and Jim McMahon goes by again. And it was Boji or one of the other guys in our foursome goes, hey, there's Jimbo. And Hampton goes, yeah, I saw him. And I start laughing. I go, they hate each other. No, Hampton, no. Let me tell a story. Let them tell a story. I said, go ahead and tell it. I know what the story is. The Bears, the year after they win the Super Bowl, McMahon's hurt all the time. And Hampton calls him out in practice because Hampton played hurt all the time. And he says, I say, when are you going to practice again? When are you going to play again? And he goes, and Hampton gets mad. He's retelling the story. He goes, the offensive line stands up for him. They're mad at me. I shove him. McMichael shoves him. We get in a big fight. And in the locker room, Hampton goes, I look at Jimbo Covert. I said, I'm standing up for you guys. Look at Van Horn over there. He looks like a mummy playing with his upper shoulder. There's Jimbo. Hildy's got no knees. And he's prancing around because he got a little injury. And as the stories, like I couldn't go back to Channel 8 that day and do that story. Yeah. But it's the best story out there. We can do it on stuff like this now. Yeah. And that's the stuff, just like how Jordan, my cousins would get mad at me when I'd say, Jordan's a great player, but he's kind of a selfish jerk. Kobe Bryant's the same way. Tiger Woods, you hit Lindsey Vonn, stole the page of Tiger Woods, right? I'm injured. I'm going to play through. Oh, the other girl got the gold medal, but the whole story is going to be about Lindsey Vonn. Almost like what Tiger Woods does is to Rory and Scheffler now, like, oh, you're playing. So it's kind of funny. Not that they're not all unbelievable. Yeah. Tiger is arguably with Jack Nicklaus the greatest. Jordan, arguably, you can throw in Cream and make your arguments, Russell, whatever. But he's in that argument as the greatest basketball player, greatest. But to be that great, you got to be a little selfish sometimes. And that's all I was saying to people. I'm like, Jordan, not all of the teammates want to be like Mike. Not all of the teammates I've ever told on air. I'd say Pippen and Horace are friends. I don't think either of them like Michael. Then I always left. And even then they pretended like they got along, right? Scotty and Michael. But as we find out, still don't like each other.
Can't stand each
other.
Don't
respect each other. Yeah. So, and that's the stuff where you got in on that door and you couldn't really say it, but that was what was intriguing. And I tell people, anybody played a sport, it's like that. When I was in high school, there were some guys who didn't like each other. When I was in college, there were a ton of guys on a football team, on our offense. I mean, I'd get in the middle of fights sometimes. You guys would be like, I got no problem with you. I hate him. I know you're friends. And that's just it. And you don't think it's like that in the pros? You don't think it was like,
it's 10 times worse.
Seattle, like Russell Wilson days and Seattle just won.
Geez.
Think about those first Richard Sherman and those guys on defense, hated them.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
That's the stuff stories are fun about.
I love it. Dan, I could do this all day. We will do this again someday. I appreciate it. Tell, of course, your executive director, your engineer, and your lovely wife, Kelly, I said thank you because the only reason you're there. And don't mess with anything in the room, okay? I don't need to get yelled at myself. Please. So
she does podcasts and stuff, and because she's teaching on the side for UNC Charlotte. She just did a whole presentation with her company down in the Bahamas or something. So this is all her stuff.
It's amazing how your wife is so successful and smart and does these things, and then there's you. And same thing here. I really do live through your footsteps because that's my wife, and here's me. I got a microphone. And I talk upstairs all day. So Dan, I appreciate it. Be good. We'll catch up soon. See you, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That is Dan Buriich, one of my mentors. And man, I could listen to that stuff all day. And he did mention this, like with Jim, people go over to the sports corner. That's the way it was. It was that way for a long, long time. Not that way anymore. You can't go hang out in the sports corner. The sports corner, it doesn't always, it gets you in trouble a little bit these days. So great to catch up with Dan. We got more to get to. You're watching OTA on a Friday. We'll be right back. All right, be honest. Are you craving Hungry Hobo again? You know, that fresh sliced meat piled high on those amazing sandwiches, hot off the grill chicken and steak with all those delicious toppings, the biggest and best selection of baked potatoes, or simply some waffle fries dipped in cheese. Well, now that Quad City favorite is even easier to get. Download the Hungry Hobo app today. Order ahead, skip the line, and earn rewards all at the same time. There's Double Points Monday and exclusive specials as well. With 12 locations in the Quad City area, it's Hungry Hobo. Now even easier to find, but still hard to resist.
Rafferty Funeral Home, dedicated to serving families in the Quad Cities since 2007.
Hi, welcome. Here, come on in.
An experienced staff plans each service to reflect the unique life and legacy of your loved one. Rafferty Funeral Home is proud to serve our community with dignity, respect, and compassion, helping you to celebrate your traditions and lasting memories no matter your faith, culture, or budget. Rafferty Funeral Home in Moline. Call today to discuss prearrangements.
When it comes to quality, convenient pizza, Godfather's Pizza in Silvis has you covered. Featuring a beautiful dine-in area, delivery, and a carry-out window. Godfather's Pizza is that pizza you grew up with, not a convenience store. You see, at Godfather's Pizza, the dough is made fresh daily. That mozzarella cheese is shredded fresh and never frozen. And those toppings are abundantly piled high each and every time. Locally owned and operated since 2010, Godfather's is a huge supporter of local athletes right here in the Quad Cities. So come on by and check them out at 1211 Avenue of the Cities in Silvis. Order online at godfathers.com and reunite with that same delicious pizza you grew up with. Welcome back to Off the Air with Matt Randazzo here on a Friday the 13th. Here in the Quad Cities. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate it. It's been a fun Friday show for me because I got to chat with a friend of mine and someone who those conversations, that last hour is what what I was saying. Probably walked in there when I was 20. So from the ages of 20 to 30, that was my life, listening to Dan and chatting with Dan in the corner and being told to be quiet. And we were too loud and all those kind of things. So great to catch up with Dane. Great thoughts on Roger Craig. Great thoughts on Jim Albracht, and then everything else in between. The stories were fantastic as well. Poll question for the day is pretty simple. Which of these, college basketball wise, so college hoops, awesome this week. Absolutely awesome. And the college hoops question, which result is least likely to happen this weekend in college basketball? Hawks beat Purdue, Cyclones beat Kansas, Illinois beats the Hoosiers, or all three happen. So, and I put happened, but I meant happen. I don't think I can. No, I can't edit it, so get over it. Right now, the Hawks beating Purdue, the least likely thing to happen at 57%. 20% think all three will. I do think Illinois should win. Indiana playing better, the good basketball team, but it's at Illinois. They're not losing 3 straight. I think they're a really good basketball team. I like Iowa State in this spot, coming off a loss on the road, going back to Hilton Coliseum. Kansas coming off the victory over number 1 Arizona. I think they have that letdown game. Hilton should be rocking. I think the Hawkeyes got a chance too. I really, really do. The size worries me inside, but Ben McCollum talked to the media just a short time ago, and I think they have a a good shot of winning this weekend as well. We'll talk all about it next week on the show. Don't forget, go back and check out the shows from this week. I'm just going to ramble down the list of people we've had. Tyler Tashman, Pat Anger, John Marks, Kyle Huseman, Ked Prince, Galesburg's Lexi DeMott, Jake Brend, Julian Vandervelde, Todd Borson, Nesto Hoops, Aaron Britton from there, Tom Kakert, a trio of Central DeWitt basketball players, and of course Dan Buriich. So it's been a busy week here on the show. Spend the weekend going back and checking out the shows. Enjoy your weekend. It should be a fun one. Great college basketball throughout the weekend as well. So enjoy it. It's supposed to be nice out, a preview of spring. Get outside, enjoy it, and we will see you guys back here next week for Off the Air with Matt Randazzo. Thanks so much for watching.